Door locked.
Hey Lee, what's up?
Hi. What are you doing now?
Just playing game. Oh, why are you holding the camera, man?
Yeah, because I wanted to make a short documentary about the Thai culture shocked in America.
Culture shock in America? Thai
Yeah,
culture.
yeah. I remember that you stayed in Thailand for a long period of time. Yeah, I believe you know much about the Thai culture. So I think you can help me for this documentary.
Yeah, sure, you can say that and then go
okay.
ahead. So how can I help?
Based on my research before,
Uh-huh.
I found that there are nearly 300,000 Thai immigrations in the USA, and nearly a third of them are staying in the Southern California.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I remember you do a volunteer work in the Thai temple around here.
Yeah. They have a weekend market every Sunday, and they serve food there, and we got a lot of customer here. Try some Thai food and just enjoy the culture. I don't mind taking you there if you want to.
Yeah, of course. So
Yeah, we can shoot some scenes and something.
yeah, let's go.
Yeah, let's go.
So what makes you wanna, shoot this movie at the first place?
Because my final homework is to make a short documentary, and I'm really interested in this theme about the culture shock in America.
Yeah.
Because America is a multicultural nation. Our Chinese, we have Chinatown, Koreans and Europeans, they have their own communities.
Yeah.
So there must be some culture shock when they firstly come to the USA.
Yeah.
So it's hard for them to keep a balance between keeping their tradition and change.
Yeah. So, we are Chinese, right? And Chinese, they also suffer from the culture shock that I just said. So why don't you just make a movie about Chinese culture shock here instead of Thai?
The majority of Americans believe in Jesus.
Yeah.
The president of America usually ended up his speech with God bless or Godspeed.
Yeah.
These such religious words. And this also happens in Thailand. And most of Thai people believe in their Buddhism.
Yeah.
But for us Chinese, we are realistic.
Yeah, realistic.
Yeah, realist. So I think the advantage of this is it's easier for us to adapt in a new environment. So for Thai people, they may struggle more to get immersed into the American culture. Yeah, that's why I choose Thai people instead of Chinese.
Yeah, I think it's really interesting that, how Thai they emerging to the different culture by building temples.
Oh yeah.
So the temple we're gonna go, it's more like a spot that most of the Thai people they can gather here in case they're homesick or something. So I think it's a really good thing. So do you want to do some interviews there? Cause we got the weekend market going on.
Okay, and do some interviews.
Okay.
Let's go.
What do you guys think about food here?
The food here?
Yeah.
Really good. It's the best Thai in the East Bay.
In terms of Thai versus American food, very different. But we eat a lot of Thai food here, and on Sunday we come specifically to the temple because the food is a little different than normal Thai food,
Yeah.
but it's very, very good. I know Thai people as very thoughtful, very spiritual, very kind,
Very
welcoming,
respectful.
very respectful.
Formal. Formal,
More formal
respectful.
than, yeah. I have a bunch of friends who are Buddhists. Yeah. I think when Americans think of Buddhism, it's outside of the typical Judeo-Christian sort of Islamic.
More like spiritual journey.
Yeah, it's like I said, thoughtful. It's much more philosophically based, and I think that allows many Americans to sort of give it a pass.
Thai culture here,
Yeah.
I think it's the same in Thailand and here. It's not different. Sometimes like when you have to hug someone in Thai culture, it's not like kind of like how you say like it's not normal in Thailand like hug someone, but here I have to like that's why when hug.
Okay.
So you mean all the program and activity on
Yeah,
Sunday?
sure. Yeah.
I think it's good. So it's like for our Thai self, we can like gathering to each other among us and have some like all the food and not only the food but all the culture right here, all the monk, the ceremony, you know, just feel like home again. And also in the same way, for international people like
Let them know Thai,
American or Chinese, you can like learn how to be like Thai, how we do in our home. So it's like I think it's good place and like good time Sunday, so everyone can chill out, stay off, and come here.
Yeah.
I think it's good.
Are you guys planning to go back to Thailand? You know, after you graduate?
Yeah, we'll do maybe next year, right?
Yeah, maybe. I came to United States in 1980. So that was when I was just a little bit over 11 years. I was about 11 years old.
Okay. So.
1980. So I'm almost 50.
We don't need to know that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
I'm not shy of my
Can I ask the reason about?
Why I moved here?
Uh-huh.
I came here to be with to live with my parents. So my mother immigrated here. Spoke a little bit, but because of the accent, it was hard to understand because just like if you learn English when you're in a foreign country, the accent is not as clear. So when I first came to the United States, I knew a little bit of reading and writing and I could speak, but the accent was difficult to understand. But because I came when I was young, I was able to learn it quickly. But at the beginning, it was a little difficult just to transition from being in Thailand for 10 years and then all of a sudden have to be in a different culture. I think because I'm young, it's easier to emerge in the culture because you go to school for how many hours a day, so you're easily to make friends. So it was easy to try different food, to speak quickly. So I think in that part it was easy. I didn't have a hard time because I was young and was still in the elementary school. So.
Yeah.
I moved here and lived in Colorado, so not in California. So it's not as
Open.
it's not as open and it's not as mixed as well as here. You see many cultures, many heritage. You see many different type of ethnic groups. In Colorado, it was just it's still very separated. But as far as religions go, it was not an issue because the school is separated. We don't talk about religion. We don't practice religion, so that was not an issue at all. If you're Buddhist, Christian, Muslim, or anything like that.
Do you also got temple there?
We do. So it's very similar to this. A big Thai community in Denver, and the temple is very similar. I think if you want to practice your religion, being Muslim, being Buddhist, being Christian, being Jewish, is very easy here because people are more accepting. I mean, if you just Google or just walk around the Berkeley alone, you'll see there is a lot of different churches. You'll see a Sikh temple. You'll see a Jewish mosque. So it's very accepting here, and I think it's very easy for you to keep whatever religion and practice whatever religion you want here.
I think the weekend market is like a good way to spread the Thai culture. So what do you feel like spreading the culture? You know, they also got Americans. They
Taking
study
languages,
study
yeah.
Buddhist here, right?
what I can't speak for everybody, but for me, what I want people to get out of it, that to know a little bit about our culture, to know how we practice things, but not necessarily to change them. I don't want to change people's religion. I mean, I
Just want people to understand
where we're coming from, and if they're interested in the language for different reasons. Some may, because they're married to a Thai person, so they want to learn the language. Some have worked in Thailand and then wants to go back, wants to learn the language more. Some are just tourists, have gone to the Thailand and loved it and wants to go back but wants to learn the language more. Yeah, they're here for different reasons, and I think because we don't push it, people are more open to accept. I think.
So
I think we're more easygoing. I still, despite of the political, environmental, whatever is happening, I still think that Thai people are still easygoing, friendly. They're willing to change, adapt to different things, but yet to keep our culture still. Is that?
yeah, that, like back to Ayutthaya time, the King Nalai also got the other religion come into Thailand, and he
We were able to adapt. Yeah.
Yeah.
There were the Portuguese. There were.
French.
Yeah. We were able to adapt. Everybody's welcome. You want to spread your religion? It's fine. It's open for everybody.
There's a period of time they accept the other culture shock in Thailand, and now the Americans are accepting Thai culture shock here.
Okay. So we have interviewed some Americans,
Uh-huh.
but I find that actually they don't know much about the Thai culture,
Yeah.
except the food. I remember some of them have been to Thailand.
Uh-huh.
They love the food there,
Yeah.
the beautiful scenery,
Mm.
and they also think the people there are polite, or kind, and informal.
Yeah, they're like kind of loose.
Yeah, but some of them, their friends, are interested in the Thai Buddhism.
Mm.
This thing is meaningful, despite they may not believe in it. But the Buddhism is still well accepted by Americans.
Yeah,
So
sure.
I think this will stimulate the Buddhism spread out in America. And from the other side, it means that the Thai people, they maintain their cultural traditions here.
Yeah, like we also interview a girl student and they study abroad here. From the interview, we can see that like it is really necessary for them that they have a place to hang out like every week to let them remember the Thai culture they have, and also with the delicious food here, they can talk to people by their own languages, and they can they also. The one girl said that here is also some language study program, the dancing study program, which also help them to maintain their tradition and also spread their culture. Beginning of the documentary, I saw that like they might struggle a lot more when they was like immigrate here with their own religion against the Americans, but actually they don't talk about that much in like in school or in the society. Like your own religion is your own thing. Americans, they don't care that much about it. So but still, like I think it's really good that like they can tolerate the all the culture stuff here. Like often when we think about the Thai culture shock here, it kind of became to the question about the survival of the culture. So what makes a culture survival? I think the first thing important that is the immigrants, they need to set up the community so they can actually talk to each other, and with each other they can like keep their traditions. But the other, I think, is the most important thing is that it requires like a really good environment. So from this one, the environment would be like America. As we talk about, like America is like a melting pot, and it got so many different cultures in here, and it's all accepted by the people here. I think like no fish can survive without water. So here the soil is more like the water of schools of fishes?
I think it's a really good experience for me to find how different culture coexist in America. Because before this project, I even don't know a thing about Thai, and I don't like Thai food because I think it's too spicy for me. But after this, I not only know about Thai, but also understand why Americans have so many cultures here.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. So I think there is a reason why people call here a melting pot. Now I'm the one is culture shocked. So I kind of want to make it as an episode thing. So and I remember that you have been to Europe a lot. Do you want to?
Yeah, don't wait.